Hey guys, welcome back to The Casual Puzzler. My name is Emily. I have been on vacation for the past week. I just got home and I wanted to do some type of video that incorporated my puzzles and my trip all in one video. So I did vlog on this trip, but I didn't do any type of like audio or me telling you what I'm doing while I was on the trip. I was just kind of like giving you little blips of what I was doing, and I was going to do this video with like a voiceover type deal. So I am going to show you my trip, but I'm also going to show you the 5 puzzles that I did while on vacation. Now, if you did not know, I did go back to Maine and New Hampshire, and surprisingly Vermont. We did have a night in Vermont to see family, but also it was my graduation, and I did a ton of puzzles while I was there because my parents don't have internet or service, so there's just a lot of free time, and I was able to do 5 puzzles with my family. And I didn't show me doing the puzzles because I was just enjoying my vacation, but I will give you my thoughts and opinions and reviews on those puzzles as the week goes on throughout the video. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you back here when all that is done.
Hey guys, this is voiceover Emily here, and I'm talking you through the different clips so you guys can see my vacation. This is pretty much just the highlight reel of what we did. There's a lot of just hanging out with friends and family, but I originally was going to do this video more vlog style, and so that's why I'm doing an intro here in this clip. But I'm talking you through we are flying first class, which is the first time ever we've done this. It was an ongoing bet between me and Dave that if I got a 4.0, then we would fly to graduation in first class tickets, and I did it, and I was nauseous the whole time I booked those tickets, but I'm just explaining what's happening in this little clip. So you can see our first class experience. It was so much fun, and I could see us doing it again in the future, but it would definitely be a treat. So we did get Sky Priority boarding, and we were super excited. And our space in first class was nice. It was so much more room, and the seats were nice and wide. We had lots of leg room, and I'm just showing you what our first class seats look like. We were super dorky, loved it. We have our own cords and plugs and screens, and it was awesome. We did get free AirPods to use throughout the flight. And then we did head off to Maine. On our first flight, we flew to Detroit, and because it was such a long flight, we did get lunch on board and, of course, free beverages and snacks. But Dave got the chicken meal, and I ended up getting the veggie meal. I really enjoyed mine. Dave didn't quite like his, it was cold, but it was nice to have a meal on board because it's a long day of flying. And then the next day, my family actually held a small graduation party for me. There was a ton of food, lots of family, and my dad and his band came out with their instruments and played a little bit. My dad is the one who has the big bass, and it was just a lot of fun, just very casual. We live on a dirt road, and we had a lot of fun with the jump rope. I do have a clip of me doing it, but I'm not showing it here. But we pretty much all spent time playing jump rope, and it was a lot of fun. And we probably did this for about a good hour. And then the next day, I graduated, and it was so much fun. There's bagpipes, which reminds me of our wedding because we had a bagpiper for our wedding. And then I did get my placeholder from my degree, but it was pretty exciting. And we celebrated with Cracker Barrel afterwards because we don't have Cracker Barrel near us in California. And then the following day, we ended up doing 3 different puzzles. This is puzzle number 1. This is Cloudberries whale. And I liked the end image, but we did have some quality issues. There's a lot of false fits, and it was really annoying. And I realized there was a lot of faded pieces. It was very pixelated, which is not the quality that I had with the first Cloudberry puzzle that I did. So I don't know if it was because I got it on Amazon, but it was pretty disappointing. Again, I liked the final image, but was not my favorite. And then we went on a walk after the first puzzle, me and Dave. Again, my parents live on a dirt road, and pretty much on both sides is land of my family. So we walked down one because there's a brook at the end, and it was just very relaxing, lots of ticks, and it was just a nice, peaceful walk. So I'll let you guys see the brook footage because it's just calming. And then we did the second puzzle of the day, which is from Spin Master. It was European Road Trip. And the piece quality was pretty thin. Like the puzzle pieces were thin, but they had a nice surface area. They reminded me a lot of the Blockbuster puzzle pieces, almost exactly, even like the shapes of the pieces, which I didn't mind the Blockbuster ones, and I didn't mind these ones either. They're very bright and bold, and it was super fun to put together. I really enjoyed this one. My mom really enjoyed this one. It was just very quick and easy. It didn't take us long at all. And then we had this whole thing about doing the pickup challenge for each puzzle. Dave really enjoys doing that, and my parents got a kick out of it. So we did that for each puzzle, but I don't think I have footage of every single one. But that one did not make it, as you can see. And then puzzle number 3 that day was Party Parrot by Buffalo. This one was just super fun and vibrant colors, and it didn't take us long at all. Again, me and Dave did this one together, held together really well, and this was probably my favorite of the week. And then the next day, we did end up driving to New Hampshire. My parents pretty much live right on the border, and we went to Settlers Green, which is a giant outlet mall, and it has no sales tax, which is really nice. So we went there, and it was dead. Like there was nobody there. We did some shopping. We did a little bit of damage, part because we were there, but also because it's graduation. And then afterwards, we met my parents for Jalisco's, which if you are in New Hampshire, love this Mexican restaurant. It had so much good food, and it's pretty affordable, which is great. They have giant pitchers of margaritas for like 20 bucks. One of my favorite things when I go home is using the Victrola. As you guys know, I grew up without electricity, and so this is one of the ways that we listen to music. It's a giant old 1900s record player. It's from 1904, I believe, and we have a ton of different records, and you use the doors as the volume. So here's a little bit of how it sounds like. And as we were listening to the Victrola, we did puzzle number 4, which was from MB, and it was a metallic puzzle. My mom picked this one out for us to do, and it was super fun, pretty difficult on the eyes. It was a lot of straining because the color is so distorted, but in the end, it turned out really cool looking, and this one held up together really well. We had no false fits. Really enjoyed this one, and I could see myself doing another metallic puzzle in the future.
Welcome to Vermont.
Yep, you heard right. Me and Dave decided to take a spontaneous trip to Vermont. We always put it off whenever we go because we've always wanted to do like a Burlington trip. So we just did a one night, and when we got to the hotel, we did get free cider and appetizers, and we ended up going to a cider mill afterwards where they had a ton of options. We ended up having 3 flights of cider, and it made us super full for our actual meal. But the food was really good. Everything that they have has apples in it. So I got the tomato soup, and then we shared some pretzels, and then we had other food. But it was just a nice evening. And then the next morning, we had a delicious breakfast at a local place. I really enjoyed this place a lot. Afterwards, we went to Lake Champlain and just hung out. We had no plan when we went to Vermont. It was very spontaneous. So we ended up seeing the world's tallest filing cabinet. Last year, we did see the world's largest potato chip, so I mean, we're just creating a trend. And in case you're curious, there are 36 drawers. We also went to the Vermont Teddy Bear Factory where we went on tour and saw how teddy bears are made there. We did end up getting one for his mom, and it was just really cool to see the back end of things. Very cool company, pretty sustainable company. And we also went to the Ben and Jerry's factory, which unfortunately was closed for tours still, not because of COVID, but because it's still off season. But we did get to go to the ice cream graveyard where you can see all the different old flavors, and each tombstone or headstone had really funny punny sayings and why it didn't work out. And it was really fun to read all of those. But again, we couldn't do a tour. But we did get some ice cream. I got the dairy-free strawberry marshmallow, which was delicious. And then when we returned, we did our final puzzle of the week, which was a Buffalo Game Charles Wasaki puzzle. It is called Pete's Gambling Hall. This one was gifted to me by them, and we really enjoyed this one. You really can't go wrong with Charles Wasaki. This was the 1,000-piece puzzle that we did that week, and my mom loved it, Dave loved it, I loved it. And that was pretty much our whole trip besides hanging out with family and watching a ton of Me TV.
Hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of my vacation and the puzzles. My favorite was definitely, either Party Parrot from Buffalo or the 1,000-piece Charles Wasaki, because you can't really go wrong with Charles Wasaki's. So both of the Buffalo puzzles were definitely the hit. The miss for me was the Cloudberries, which was really surprising. I don't know if it's because I got it on Amazon, because I've realized recently that the puzzles that I've gotten on Amazon don't have the same quality of others from the same brand that I've gotten from their actual website. So I don't know if that's a correlation or maybe it's just a little blip. But I thought it was interesting, but I still really enjoyed the image. It was just, there were some quality issues, but there were some quality issues that me and my mom and husband all realized while we were doing it. So that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.